Matt Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Welcome. Thanks for being here. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter as we seek to fix the world. It's on fire. We're going to put it out.
Really?
I think today's the day, yeah. I think today's the day we douse the fire.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we can come together on this, right?
Right? I don't,
Right?
I'm not committing to that.
I think both sides agree that the world is on fire.
Okay.
Just for very different reasons. It's just unbelievable, this thing about MAGA Republicans trying to destroy America. Who was it that said that? I've got this story in my show prep. MAGA Republicans trying to destroy. Do you know what MAGA stands for? Make America Great Again. People are trying to destroy America? That doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, it was the advisor to President Biden, Keisha Lance Bottoms. She was once the mayor of Atlanta. Really horrific. It's so stupid. There is a MAGA Republican agenda that gives no consideration to the rule of law, that has no respect for a woman's right to choose, that wants to defund the FBI. There is a MAGA Republican agenda that thought it was okay to attack our nation's capital on January 6th. No. I don't know of anybody. I don't know of any Trump supporter who thought it was okay. There was a small, tiny fraction of people who did attack the Capitol. Most of the people there, what were there? 1,000 people maybe that entered the building? Somewhere in that neighborhood? How many of them did harm to the U.S. Capitol? Very few. Very few. And I think everybody recognizes that it shouldn't have happened. There should have been no riot there. And as for no consideration to the rule of law, these are people who sat back and watched and encouraged 6 months worth of riots during the 2020 pandemic, burning down buildings, setting police vehicles on fire. They killed how many cops? Multiple police officers were killed during that time. Many people were injured. Businesses burned to the ground. And it was encouraged by the Democrats. They didn't have any problem with any of it because it was a race riot and they thought it was legitimate.
Yeah, a minimum of 25 Americans killed during the summer protest.
25 Americans killed. How many were killed during the Capitol riot? 1. Well, and then I guess there was another woman. So there were 2, both from the Trump supporter side. Jeez, it is agonizing, this lie that they perpetuate.
And remember,
every day.
The federal government knew there was going to be some sort of trouble, and they chose not to do anything.
And they wouldn't, they chose not to do send in the National Guard. They refused. They refused to send in more Capitol Police. They wanted it to happen. That's why. They wanted it. And they encouraged it. I mean, some of the Capitol Police officers that were there opened the doors for the crowd. Come on in.
Yeah.
Remove barriers, open doors, welcome them with open arms. So bizarre. Oh,
so how's it going on that dousing of the fire?
It's pretty good. Yeah, really good so far.
We're good.
Really good.
I don't know if you want to get into this now, but the world champion Atlanta Braves were at the White House yesterday. As one of your listeners pointed out this morning, and I can't find the tweet, but it's no coincidence that now the city of Atlanta is directly in the path of Hurricane Ian. Obviously, it will have dropped in intensity by the time it gets to North Georgia.
Yeah.
But Tampa, please be on alert.
Because it's entering through western Florida.
Yeah. So
the
it's
west coast of Florida.
Supposed to hit Tampa, go up through Georgia, the Carolinas, but Cuba under the gun this morning. It's a Category 3 right now.
Oof.
And still a lot of water between Cuba and Tampa.
They say this is the first major hurricane to target Tampa in a century? In 100 years? What? I mean, Tampa was getting hit time after time a few years ago. Were none of those major hurricanes? Maybe not. I don't know. But Jeffy lived there during that time, and it seemed like there was at least 4 hurricanes that hit that side of Florida one year, like 2007-ish, in that neighborhood. I have to look that up. But anyway, here's what you were talking about with the Atlanta Braves yesterday. The world champion Braves paying a visit to the White House.
Listen. Here comes the line. Don't jump.
What the hell is that? What is that? I must have that explained to me by someone somewhere.
Oh, there.
Don't jump. He said it again.
Yeah.
It's not funny. It's not relevant. It is just bizarre.
He's like talking to a photographer or something.
What? What's he going to jump from?
I don't know if there's a I don't know.
I mean, he's looking directly in front of him, not up above him. What's he going to jump from?
2 feet.
Don't jump. What? He does. Why?
I love some of these.
She was 12.
I love some of these photoshops from your audience there. Yeah.
It's really...
My butt's been wiped. What was the other one? IQ 46. She was 12.
That is really, those are good.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. And of course, there were children present. So
you had to have them around him?
It was really awkward. Come here, guys.
Everybody under 15. Come here.
Everybody under 15.
Come here.
Come up here.
Get over here. Anyway.
Oh, wow. Let me smell you.
Yeah.
Everybody under 15.
Yeah. Oh, boy. There was about 5 boys and 1 preteen girl. Maybe she was about 13 or so. And he shook her hand and behaved himself. But watching that, you're like, oh, no. Don't sniff him. Don't sniff him.
Don't jump. I don't understand don't jump thing. I don't understand it.
I have documented now a minimum of 10 times the man has done that line.
It's weird.
It is so weird.
It's not funny. It's not clever. It's not pertinent to what's going on at the time. I mean, people are at his level. I mean, what are you going to jump from and where are you going to jump to? So weird.
I wonder if it came up in conversation there at the White House yesterday.
So weird.
Remember that time that I endorsed them taking the All-Star game away from you? And they did. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Now he welcomes the Atlanta Braves. Did they change their policies in Georgia? I don't think so.
No. Nope.
And of course, during the White House press briefing yesterday, one reporter asked KJB, Karine Jean-Pierre, if the Atlanta Braves should change their nickname.
The president hosting the Atlanta Braves today, wondering if you or the president has any thoughts about some of the controversial about the team name, the Braves name, the so-called tomahawk chop. Any thoughts on that?
So
chop on!
We believe that it's important to have this conversation.
Do you? Do you?
You know, and Native American and indigenous voices, they should be at the center of this conversation.
They should. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's true.
Congratulations. They are, because a minimum of at least once a year, the chief of the Cherokee Nation shows up in the announcing booth to hang out with the Braves announcers during the game. And
and to tell them how pissed he is?
No. It's nothing but praise for the organization.
To tell them he's going to sue them?
No. Tell them thank you for all that the Braves organization does for our tribe. We love the relationship we have with you guys. On and on and on. So
that just doesn't matter because we're pissed on their behalf. Exactly. They don't understand the fact that they should be very, very angry. So we're trying to let them know how pissed they should be. Because we're white and we're trying to white-splain to them. Don't you know how mad you should be about the Braves nickname? Wow.
You know the phrase, the white man's burden, that used to be used to describe how whites looked at minorities and said, and stuff like Indian tribes, we've got to get out there. It's our burden. We've got to go and culture these people. Liberals have taken that phrase and apply it today as well. We've got to go and explain to them why they should be offended. It's our burden to go and explain to them.
Yep.
You should be upset and you should want a name change. You should protest. Join us.
And it works. It worked with Cleveland. They changed their name. The Cleveland baseball teams, not the Indians. What are they called now? The
Guardians.
The Guardians. The Cleveland Guardians.
So dumb.
And, of course, the Washington Redskins are now the Washington, Commodores featuring Lionel Richie or something.
That would be cool. That would be cool to have a Lionel Richie mascot walking around the outside of the field there during the game.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have gone along with that.
You use one of their album covers as their logo. The Commodores.
I like this.
In concert at a baseball stadium near you. The Commanders. What a dumb name that is. The Commanders.
So are the Braves and the Chiefs, as far as professional teams, the Blackhawks, are they the only, are they the holdouts now?
They and Florida State in the college ranks are the only ones left, I think. There's probably a bunch. Here in the DFW area, we have several high schools still that have Indian nicknames.
Hold on. That reminds me. There's a water tower in a town near here, and they have the high school football team on it. And you're like,
yep.
Some outsider's going to be driving by and see Indians.
I'm surprised it has not happened
yet. It occurs to me all the time, and I just think, wonder when someone's going to use this road to pass through town and go, wait a minute.
I know.
I represent the chapter of the ACLU back home. I'm going to have to...
And that football team is 5-0 this year. They're unbeaten, so they're going to get some notice.
Oh, no. Yeah. No, be mediocre, y'all.
Yeah. You usually are. But this year, they've started out unbeaten.
Oh, no.
And so somebody's going to say something.
Go Indians.
Yeah. It's going to be a problem for them. So later in the day yesterday, Joe was rambling incoherently about the economy.
Can I just say, before you play this clip, every place you find video of this, different camera angles, whatever, the audio is garbage. So I don't know if there's like one master cable that someone didn't hook up for the microphones and they're having to use some ambient iPhone audio from the back row. But anyway, the point this illustrates is just, the Mets yesterday were waning toward the end of the day.
No more hiding the price that you're paying and not letting you know what the hidden fees are. And it's all taking money out of the pockets of average Americans. And thanks to efforts so far, 3/4 of the country's 20 largest banks are getting rid of fees for bounce checks. The average fee for bounce check is $50. They're getting rid of them.
Are they?
And that matters. And if we do all this, we're on track to lower overdraft fees. Catch this. The right department's on this. But lower overdraft fees by $3 billion a year. $3 billion a year. Primarily the middle class and low middle class families are paying.
Anyway, there you go. Talking about bouncing checks let's talk about bouncing checks, bro.
Jeez.
It's called the federal government.
Yeah. Oh, man. Like $31 trillion worth of bounced checks.
Yeah.
Like he cares about people bouncing checks, like he cares about how much we're paying for anything. He doesn't give a rat's anus.
No, and at that stupid gathering there, he did his little message to gas station owners.
Oh, to lower their prices?
Yeah. Do it now.
Okay.
Do it now. So anyway, there we go.
Oh, look, the gas prices up 2 cents a gallon.
Oh, no.
Up.
Oh, Robert.
$3.72 yesterday, $3.74 today.
Come on, man. Borowski didn't have to do that to us.
$3.74 a gallon. Okay. Here's what he said it was, though.
Yes.
He had a little something to say about gas prices.
And in 41 states, plus the District of Columbia, the average gasoline price is less than $2.99.
What?
You wish, old man.
So when I selectively choose around the expensive places, it's $3.41. Even that's terrible. Even if it is $3.41 in 41 states.
No, he said $2.99.
Oh, $2.99. That's right.
Yeah.
It's $2.99.
Less than that. Yeah.
That's still too much. That's $3 a gallon.
But he
Come
just
on.
said it's less than $2.99 in 41 states and District of Columbia. Mississippi is the lowest at $3.07. What are you reading?
Unreal.
He
He's
is.
just a lying sack of crap. It is not. You're right. It can't be $2.99 a gallon in if you average the 41 states who have the lowest prices.
He's gone, dude.
Just take California out of the equation. Oh, and New York. and Massachusetts.
How about Hawaii?
And Hawaii. Take that out.
Okay.
We're just not going to count those. What BS? Jeez. Even if it's lies, they don't make sense. Even if you want to give him the benefit of the doubt and say, okay, you're selectively choosing, you're cherry picking the statistics that make your point. Well, it doesn't even work then because, as you said, Mississippi's $3.07.
Yeah, he's talking about the average price, and he blew it.
Jeez.
Wow, the Indians play the Dragons coming up, huh?
Yes, I was thinking, they're both 5-0.
Yes.
Southlake playing Keller.
Oh no,
They're both 5-0. It's a big showdown.
That
this
is a
weekend.
big showdown.
High school football. Is it a Dragon Stadium or is it a Keller's?
I don't know. It looks like it is at. Hang on. This website sucks. I
don't think anybody's come within like 30 points of Southlake this year, so it'll be interesting to see if they can hang with
October 7th. I guess they both have bye weeks.
Oh, okay. It's not coming up this week. It's a couple weeks from now.
I want to go to that game.
So
it's out Southlake.
Yeah, that's going to be big. A lot of people going to attend that one. I bet that'll be jam-packed.
Let's go.
Let's go. We should go.
All right.
All right. 888-900-3393. And if Keller wins that game over Southlake, imagine then the outcry. Wait a minute, they're the Indians? Wait, you can't call yourself after Native Americans.
Okay.
And they're going to get somebody pissed off at them.
You know what? If I were the school superintendent or in some position of authority in Keller, I'd be like, all right, let's go with the Keller natives. Is that better? You like that one?
Yeah, I don't. Somehow, you just can't please these people.
So could you say the Keller Native Americans? Is that offensive all of a sudden? And so if I put an S on the end of native, all of a sudden it becomes offensive.
Yeah.
But that's what they wanted us to call them, was the Native Americans, right?
Right. That's right. It's unbelievable. It doesn't make any sense.
No.
I mean, even when you try to sit down and noodle it out, it just doesn't matter.
Don't. We've been over this, Pat. Don't try to make sense of the world.
You can't. You just cannot. All right. Let me tell you about Omega XL. If you're in pain, you got joint pain, and you can't seem to find any relief, I mean, it really affects your life. And this is something that you should really give a shot to because I know that when you say things are all natural, there might be a tendency for some of us to discount them. You should not do that. I did that for a long time, and then finally I broke down and took Omega XL because of the science. When we're young, our bodies produce SPMs, nature's way of keeping joints healthy, but as we age, we don't produce enough. And so that's probably what allowed the inflammation in my elbow. Finally took Omega XL, waited a week or so before there was some relief. After 2 weeks, the pain was completely gone, and it has not returned. It changes your life. Give it a shot. OmegaXL.com/Pat. Go there. When you buy your first bottle, they're going to throw in a second one for free. OmegaXL.com/Pat or 800-844-4888.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome. 888-900-3393. Also, Pat Unleashed on Twitter. We've got another $12 billion that we're setting aside for Ukraine.
All right.
In a Senate bill That's good. There's going to be a procedural vote on it today that will include the $12 billion to help Ukraine continue fighting its bloody war against Russia. Oh, good. Because, I mean, I think it's been about 3 days since the last huge donation of American taxpaying dollars to Ukraine. So,
have you noticed that the time period between donations to Ukraine is shrinking?
Yeah.
It might as well just be every day. Every hour, just schedule an automatic withdrawal.
Seriously, that would save time and money probably. The inclusion of the funding comes after President Biden requested $13.7 billion for Ukraine earlier this month. If the Senate passes the bill, supposedly this brings the total to approximately. Now, this is the total approved by Congress. So that doesn't include whatever Biden just throws out. Here's another $400 million because I'm president and I want you to have it. So this is just the approved by Congress total.
Oh my!
Is supposedly $65 billion.
What in the world?
$65 billion.
It makes me sick.
And a lot of this we just haven't voted on. The actual number is got to be close to $100 billion at least. It's got to be.
Yeah.
The source, familiar with the bill, said it will also include funding for Afghan ally resettlement, winter heating assistance, aid for Jackson, Mississippi amid its water crisis, reauthorization of FDA user fees, and more. Biden also asked for money to fight COVID-19 and monkeypox, though many top Republicans oppose those priorities, and it's not clear if that will make it into the bill. So there's a midnight deadline on Friday to pass the temporary funding bill, or else non-essential parts of the government will shut down. Wouldn't that be tragic?
Oh, don't
if they're
threaten us
non-essential,
like this.
let them shut down. Who cares?
So hold on a second. We can send money to Ukraine every week or every hour, whatever it is at this point.
At least once a week we do this.
But our own government is going to run out of funding on Friday night.
That's right.
Let it happen. Because if that happens, then the apparatus for sending money to Ukraine and every other possible...
shuts down.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
think you should.
Let's do it and do not start it back up.
How many times has Ukraine voted to send money back to the United States? I'm thinking that total is less than what we sent to them by a factor of about 1 million. $1 billion.
Yeah, where's our rebate? Like, oh, look, you sent too much in.
No. No, we only asked you for $5 billion and you sent us $7. Here's your $2 billion rebate. No, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen.
Did you see, speaking of Ukraine and Russia and all the fun stuff over there, did you see where Vladimir Putin granted citizenship to Edward Snowden?
I did see that. Yeah. Congratulations, comrade. That's terrific.
That's awesome. That's well played. That's a shrewd move by Mr. Vladimir Putin.
Jeez.
You're never going to get a Russian citizen extradited to the U.S. to stand trial.
No.
That's never happening.
Nope.
And, anyway, so there's a lot of, people out there saying, look, see, Russian citizen, blah, blah, blah. I mean, he was stuck there. He could not leave based on Obama's orders. Don't lose sight of that. And also don't lose sight of the reason that he became a whistleblower to begin with was because this government, the U.S. government, was spying on you and me.
Right.
All right?
Right.
Anyhow, I think this is a smart move by Putin. It's fun.
He's done a lot of smart things. That doesn't mean I like him.
Right.
I don't.
No.
It's just that he seems pretty shrewd, frankly. Somebody who's not really shrewd, John Fetterman, has a message for voters in Pennsylvania that we need to see.
And make sure you take advantage of this amazing opportunity to. The only thing you have, Stan, to lose is your record. Get it in. Thank you so much.
You got that? Did you get that? The only thing you have, Stan, to lose is your record. Get it in. The only thing you have,
Stand to lose is your record.
Get it in.
Get it in.
Okay.
So I got to get my record in.
I don't know.
Because the only thing I stand to lose.
I don't know. I don't know.
and make sure you take advantage of this amazing opportunity.
Can we see that again? Is he behind bars? Is he campaigning from prison? What is this setup?
And make sure you take advantage of this amazing opportunity to. The only thing you have stand to lose.
The only thing I have
is your record. Get it in.
My record.
Thank you so much.
Get it in. Thank you.
Of course, I don't know that I should really be talking about location says.
That's a lot like maybe he did it from this very studio. Is that where he was?
Yeah, he's good. I mean, he's clicking at all speeds, right?
Yeah.
John Fetterman.
Yeah. Congratulations, Pennsylvania. You got a chance to elect Joe Biden II, a younger version of Joe Biden. Wouldn't that be great?
Oh, man.
Good luck with that.
Oh.
Now, just to show how compromised he is, here's a pre-stroke video of Fetterman discussing pulling a gun on a black jogger. So this was, one of the good times in his life.
I believe I did the right
Good
thing,
times.
but I may have broken the law during the course of it, and I'm certainly not above the law.
And new at 6 tonight, the mayor of Braddock admits to pulling a shotgun after chasing a man he suspected of firing a gun near his home. And it turns out that man was just an innocent jogger.
Looking back at what happened, did you make a mistake that day?
It's not something that an incident that I would ever, want to, repeat, because it was a jarring experience. But at the end of the day, I'm proud of the record that I've accrued as mayor. And
would you do the same thing? Today?
Well, it's impossible to say, given that it was over 9 years ago.
Wow, this guy's ahead. He's ahead of Mehmet Oz in the Senate race. I just can't even get my head around it.
And make sure you take advantage of this amazing opportunity.
It is an amazing opportunity.
The only thing you have stand to lose is your record.
The only thing I have stand
Thank
to
you
lose.
So much.
You're welcome.
And he rolls into that off of take advantage of this amazing opportunity. The only thing you have stand to lose is your record. Get it in.
Your record. Get it in.
Not who you need to be running for office, Pennsylvania. Gosh. When is too late to switch candidates?
I don't know. But they don't want to because they're ahead in the race. Why would you?
They're licking their chops in the U.S. Senate. Democrats are like, oh, this guy.
Yeah, send him to us.
We've got a free reign vote. We're not going to have to fool with someone like a cinema with this guy.
Get him here.
We don't have to, twist Manchin's arms for 6 months. We get this guy up here.
Yep.
He'll do whatever we say. Send it in.
Well, it's an amazing opportunity. So the only thing you have stand to lose,
right? Yeah, you got it.
Is your record.
Okay.
Get it in.
Get it in. Get it in.
You got to love it. You got only in America. Only in America could you have this guy leading by 5 points over a nationally recognized, well-spoken candidate who can think and put sentences together. But why would you want him in the Senate? You wouldn't. You really wouldn't. No, give me the big tattooed
ogre.
Ogre is a good word.
Definitely.
Give me the tattooed ogre who wears a hoodie everywhere he goes. Because I'm so sick of the dress code in the U.S. Senate. So tired of that.
Give me the pit stain look.
Right.
Hold on. Did we have this poll yesterday? Remember when I went through them? And so here, I think this is a new one on here from, Real Clear Politics. We got the plus, so Fetterman +4, +5, +5, +2, +5, +3.
Oh, 3 is the latest?
Yeah, so now the average is 4.
All right.
So I think yesterday the average
narrowing
was 5
a little bit
in the most recent. Yeah, anyway, so we're at +3 on the most recent poll.
All right. Maybe there's some hope for Pennsylvania and the United States after all. We'll see. 888-933-93. More coming up.
Pat Gray.
Got some tweets here. Jeffy's Third Moon tweets, I'm old enough to remember Dukakis losing because he looked goofy in a tank wearing a helmet. Yeah. Today, Democrats run dementia sufferers and stroke victims, and people vote for them without a second thought. Inconceivable. Sasquatch Cougar fan tweets, MAGA destroying America is an oxymoron. Biden is smart is also an oxymoron.
Yeah, it is.
Then this from Ape Lincoln. Pre-stroke Fetterman was just as much of an invalid as post. I assume he's talking. Speaking of which, Fetterman was also talking about how great the Eagles are the other day. And this is how that came out.
And the Eagles are so much better than the Eagles.
Okay, so the Eagles are so much better than the Eagles.
You got it.
All right. Huh.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on a second. I
don't want to, I don't want to besmirch the guy, but that doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense. Play that one more time and listen. I believe that his brain, in its current state, grasped at the very end
that he wasn't making sense.
Right.
Yeah,
and
I think it did too.
Weird sound.
And the Eagles are so much better than the Eagles.
And no, and then he says no, because I think you're right. I think he realized, wait, I don't know what I was trying to say, but that didn't really work. So let's just move on.
Yeah. Okay, so if you're running a campaign for Senate, I would feel bad about having that guy going around knocking on doors, passing out flyers for me. Be like, man, you need some help. You should be in a hospital right now.
Right.
No, that's your candidate who's in the lead with about 6 weeks to go.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. So I'm sorry. Let me get this straight again. What is it again? It's the
Eagles.
Right. Are
so much better.
So much better
than the Eagles.
Than the Eagles. No. That's not what I meant. I think he was trying to disparage the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't know why you would do that, though, in Pennsylvania when everybody in the state is, your potential constituency. So
Do we know what he was trying to say?
No, I don't.
Does he know what
not.
he was trying to say?
I don't know. All I know is that you should make sure that you take advantage of this amazing opportunity to the only thing you have stand to lose is your record. So
get it in.
Make sure you take advantage of this amazing opportunity to the only thing you have stand to lose.
Right. Is your record.
Get it in. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Boy, they couldn't have cut that feed any faster. I mean, they literally.
I know.
Get it in. Click. Get him off. We are in.
We're in hell right now.
This is absolutely.
Yeah. We're in South Hell. It's not even the nice part of hell. We're in the run-down portion of hell right now. And I don't know the way out, really. So
there's no map.
I mean, here's how bad it is. Rihanna is going to be the halftime performer at the Super Bowl this year. Rihanna. Really? That's who we've chosen to perform at the Super Bowl. What is it? 57? 69? 72? I don't know. Whatever it is. Rihanna will be your performer.
What are we up to? Let's see. 51 plus 6. Yeah, 57.
Yeah.
So that means the check cleared from the record label.
Wow. Jeez.
That highest bidder was Rihanna's label. Gonna be good.
Yeah, that's gonna be great. I think it's being produced. I don't know if he's also going to perform. I think it's produced by Jay-Z. So that's going to be a quality piece of entertainment right there. Produced by Jay-Z. So that's all I need to know. I am there for this halftime show.
It's going to be in Arizona.
Yeah.
So
it's in Phoenix. Yeah. All right.
That's all I know.
I mean, they've just given up. on anybody that most of us can relate to, I guess. They just, we're not going to do any of those. You know, they used to do, like, I don't know, Aerosmith was a halftime performer. The Who was a halftime performer. Paul McCartney performed at halftime at one of these things. I mean, geez, even Michael Jackson was, you know, at least most people liked him. I don't know.
Yeah, we know.
Maybe Rihanna is beloved by virtually everybody who watches football. I don't know.
The greatest Super Bowl halftime show of all time, of course, U2. And
what year was that?
It was after 9/11.
Yeah.
You recall they put all the names of the victims on the screen.
Wow.
Bono opened his jacket to reveal an American flag.
Very cool.
What a showman. And what a tribute, too.
Yeah. And for a guy who's, you know, supposedly liberal, we probably disagree with him on many things, but he is really great about America. He is really great. And he's honest about what Republican presidents like, I don't know, George W. Bush have done for certain causes that he very much believes in. And he doesn't pretend like George W. Bush didn't do anything, because he did.
Definitely on the same page with taxes, too.
And taxes, yeah.
Based on where they moved their recording studio, whatever it was. And then all these people get upset, like, wait a minute, why are you avoiding taxes? Because they're ridiculous, that's why. Mm-hmm. It's my money. Oh.
And of course, because the old machine died, we don't have what he said about capitalism. Remember that?
Yeah, he said some good things.
There were some great things about capitalism. I mean, he understands certain realities that many do not. Kind of like, you know, maybe a little bit like Bill Maher in that regard. Bill Maher just had, what's his fat face? Michael Moore.
Oh, really?
On his show. And Moore was bashing Republicans and calling them traitors and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, my goodness.
And it was interesting because Bill Maher said, well, look, this show likes all Americans, something to that effect. We like all Americans. And a lot of, some of our listeners are Republicans, trying to, calm him down and back him off of calling Republicans traitors just because they think differently than he does.
Did he calm down?
No, of course not.
No,
he did not.
So you have to resort to just shoving a Big Mac in his face. That'll calm Michael down.
That's about the only thing, though. Short of that, give him a side of beef or 100 Big Macs, just jam him in his fat face. Speaking of bad politicians, you got Hillary Clinton likening. So you had Michael Moore calling Republicans traitors. Then we have Hillary Clinton saying this about Trump supporters.
I remember as a young student, trying to figure out how did people get basically drawn in by Hitler. How did that happen? And I'd watch newsreels and I'd see this guy standing up there ranting and raving and people shouting and raising their arms. I thought, what's happened to these people? Why did they believe that? You saw the rally in Ohio the other night. Trump is there ranting and raving for more than an hour, and you have these rows of young men with their arms raised. I thought, what is going on?
There she is, comparing Trump supporters to Nazis. I want to see that photo of their arms raised, in like a Hitler salute? Is that what she's saying?
Yeah.
I want to see that photo. Show me that. These people. They are the worst human beings. They're evil. And when did it become okay? Since when is it okay to compare Americans to Nazis? I thought that was forbidden. Anytime Glenn would bring up Nazis, for instance, in the past, it was the worst thing you could possibly do. And in fact, Jewish groups came down on him for that. The Anti-Defamation League came down on him for that. Where are they on this? Why is it okay now that all these Democrats can call Republicans Nazis? Fascists? It's unbelievable. Speaking of which, this newly elected prime minister in Italy is just getting raked over the coals by the American media, too. They just elected her. Her name is Giorgia Meloni. And everybody who talks about her calls her a neo-fascist or just a fascist. Just a plain, simple fascist. And here's why. This is the reason. Listen to what she has said. Everything that defines us is now an enemy for those who would like us to no longer have an identity and to simply be perfect consumer slaves. And so they attack national identity. They attack religious identity. They attack gender identity. They attack family identity. I can't define myself as Italian, Christian woman, mother. No, I must be citizen X, gender X, parent 1, parent 2. I must be a number. Because when I am only a number, when I no longer have an identity or roots, then I will be the perfect slave at the mercy of financial speculators, the perfect consumer. That's the reason why we inspire so much fear, because we do not want to be numbers. We will defend the value of the human being, of every single human being. That is fantastic, and that's why the media hates her guts.
Yeah.
They can't take it with this woman.
And I think that the tide, at least in Europe, is turning, and even more so after what they are going to go through this winter.
Mm-hmm.
And this globalism has gotten them in trouble.
Yep.
Country after country.
People are starting to push back.
Since I'm such a geek, I did look to see if there were some big elections coming up in Europe. And there's a couple coming up in like October, November. Like I think it was, I don't know, Bosnia, a couple of small countries like that. And then I almost said Czechoslovakia. That, of course, would be wrong. The Czech Republic in January. Other than that, it seems pretty quiet on the election front, which politicians in Europe should be grateful for as far as the short term here. But now I did find the picture of this is what was happening. This is the first time this happened. And these are your Trump supporters with their fingers up like this in Ohio at the...
let me see that again.
We're number one. We're number one. See, look, we're number one. But now this is a Newsweek article. And they do say that it is, some have suggested that the salute is a reference to the, quote, where we go one, we go all. It's a motto of, it's the motto of the QAnon conspiracy group. Oh, that guy over here at the thing.
Uh-huh.
So I guess if you hold up your finger now. So remember now, let's go through this. You can't hold up your finger.
Right, you can't do the
okay
sign.
Whoa, no. What else are we banned from? Is there something else? It feels like there's another one out there that we're just not allowed to do.
Well, I got a sign for him that...
Yeah? No, let's see it.
That I'd like to give.
Can we see it?
Not right now.
The camera's right there,
No,
Pat.
I know.
You got to demonstrate to the audience.
I would like to show them a sign from my hand, but I'm not going to. But I would love to. Yeah. First, let me tell you about preborn.
Okay.
Almost 1 out of every 5 Americans never even have a chance to live outside the womb because of abortion. Leading cause of infant death around the world. Something like 1.5 billion worldwide. Oh. 63 million plus babies have been aborted just in America since Roe v. Wade was enacted. And of course, now that that's been overturned, it goes to the states, and there's going to be more abortions in places like California, for instance. That's why the Ministry of Preborn and Blaze Media are partnering to help rescue 50,000 babies. And the way that they do that is by showing ultrasounds to the mothers. And they show these ultrasounds to them for free. 80% of the time, once they see the ultrasound, they choose life. 80%. And then when the expecting mother does choose life, Preborn provides maternity and baby clothes and diapers and car seats and counseling and all kinds of things free of charge. So that's where you come in. If you can help, please do. Go to donate, dial pound 250, say the keyword baby. That's pound 250, keyword baby, or go to preborn.com/Pat.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Okay, somebody just chimed in on Twitter. that holding the finger, that's saying that America first.
Oh,
and
wow.
that's too much like Hitler, who was Germany first.
Oh,
there we go. How dare you want your country and the needs of your nation put ahead of others? America first.
How dare you?
That's right. Seems kind of logical, though, because, our leaders should put America first. Leaders in Italy should put Italy first. If you're in Britain, you put Britain first, right? It just makes sense. I mean, apart from American exceptionalism or anything else.
Whoa, you can't say that.
I know.
You cannot say that.
Right, I know.
Take it back, Pat.
I won't do it.
I mean, seriously, you see what the default for Newsweek magazine was? Mm-hmm. Some have suggested it's the QAnon conspiracy theory.
That's such a lame-ass, non-journalistic take. Some have... Who? Who are these nebulous people you're talking about? Name them. That's so ridiculous. Some have suggested. Well, then I can't talk to some. I can't chase that down and find out whether or not that's true. It's really bad journalism. Really, really bad. It's really good journalism, though. David Harsanyi has written an article about Italy's new prime minister. Now, David used to work for The Blaze, and he's talking about this fascist and telling us why she is being declared as a fascist. It's because she's defending Europe's Christian identity, and they can't take that. That's xenophobic to the media. She also opposes gay marriage, which you can't do anymore. That's horrific. Now, you might remember that most Democrats, including Barack Obama, held the same position as her up until about 2012, which was a whopping 10 years ago. She opposes abortion and euthanasia. She opposes illegal immigration. Wow. And so they must declare her a fascist. And that's exactly what they're doing. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up.
Pat Gray Unleashed on the Blaze Radio Network.
And thank you for being here with us. 888-900-3393. Got some tweets here. Rowdy Introvert tweets, Pennsylvania Democrats have already swapped candidates. They changed Fetterman to Fetterwoman, didn't they? From Jimmy Dimples, Georgia Maloney, telling it as it is. I had very little desire to visit Europe with a short list of countries. But suddenly Italy just made it between Poland and Denmark. Yeah, and they can't deal with the fact that a pretty conservative woman just won election in Italy. Mm-hmm. I mean, aside from all of the glass ceiling stuff, she just shattered a glass ceiling. She's the first prime minister, the first female prime minister ever in Italy. And they're completely ignoring that. I thought these firsts were monumental and fantastic and wondrous, and we were supposed to recognize them and fawn all over them.
Well, they can't define what a woman is anymore. Maybe
well, that's true.
The hang up there.
That could be true. Squatching Duck tweets, a few days ago, there was a whole like Nazis talking point pushed about a picture of people at a rally having a group prayer with their hands raised and single fingers pointing up.
Oh.
That was Hillary's contribution to the propaganda.
No kidding. And, Jeez. And Hillary's doing this. Every other guest on MSNBC is making this comparison. Mm-hmm. It's going on and on. And this is an off-year election. In other words, this isn't a presidential election year that they're going after this.
And Trump's not even up for election. Can you imagine how bad it's going to be when he is?
That's exactly my concern. And it also proves to you that Trump is not the ultimate target here. It's you. Mm-hmm. It's American-loving patriots who turn out for candidates like Donald Trump, and they are making you the issue here.
You're the enemy.
They manufacture so much crap over there. I can't imagine what it's going to be like in 2024.
It's going to be ugly. It really is. Here's Trump, though, making I think he's using the white supremacy sign here. Is that true? Do we have that photo?
Oh. Wait, what was it?
Wait, it's Biden?
Biden? Oh, it's look at
Biden's,
that.
Oh, Biden. Oh, my gosh.
Sweet.
Wow.
Are we allowed to show this? Are we? I guess we're showing it, huh?
Now, of course, if that was Trump again, they'd be calling it, the white supremacy sign.
Wow.
He was it PolitiFact that made the mention that this is not the white supremacy sign.
They covered for him.
Yeah, they were talking about how they said Biden flashed the white power sign while a black man asked him a question during one of his town halls. And PolitiFact came to his they were his savior, and they were like, no, that wasn't the white power sign.
Which they would not do if it was Trump making that sign. And by the way, this is not a white supremacy sign.
Oh, put that down, man.
It is the okay sign.
Stop.
The white supremacy thing was a joke. It was to fire up the media. And it worked, obviously, a little too well. Because now they just believe it is. Mm-hmm. Now it's just become that. It's a QAnon sign for white supremacy or whatever.
Everything.
Just ridiculous.
By the way, how did Martin get into that room? What did they let you in there for some reason?
Good morning.
Hi.
I'm back.
We've had like 9 separate board ops in about 2 months here. So
we're just gonna start calling everybody Corby.
Martin, we come full circle.
Yep.
Back to
here
Martin.
For a while.
And bless you for being here.
Can we call you Corby?
I'd rather you not, but hey.
But whatever. All right, 888-900-3393. Let's go to Mark in Pennsylvania. Hey, Mark, you're on the Blaze.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, this Fetterman thing's going to be interesting because you got to look at it. He is a Marx wannabe. He lived 50-something years in his parents' house and never had a job.
Right.
If that's not Karl Marx Jr.
Yeah.
I mean, he makes Bernie Sanders look like a conservative.
Yeah.
But the problem is there is still there's not a big fan base for Oz here. My sister-in-law told me, she goes, "You're voting for Oz?" And then, well, would you rather have the other one? And then on top of it, the state Supreme Court the other day, thanks to George Soros, said, "Oh yeah, we can still have no excuse mail-in balloting, even though the Constitution clearly says you have to have certain excuses."
Mm-hmm.
But nope, they passed that a few weeks ago. So
wow,
it's going to be a tough race. Now, one quick last thing.
Mm-hmm.
Attorney Barr said about, we didn't find any widespread fraud.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is, about 6 months before that, I heard a pundit say, you don't have to steal a whole state. He said if Hillary Clinton had won 5 other counties in 3 states, Hillary Clinton would have been president. Well, look what they did here in Pennsylvania.
Right.
Delaware County, Berks County, and out towards Pittsburgh. They stole certain counties. So, yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to have the whole state. Right. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Mark. And as for Oz not having a huge fan base, I believe that's true. But the alternative is so unthinkable that right now, if I lived in Pennsylvania, I'd be the biggest Oz fan there is. He's not a great candidate. In fact, in the primary, there were way better alternatives to Mehmet Oz. But now you're faced with either this guy who can't think or Mehmet Oz. And it's a no-brainer. It should be, right? At this point, it should be a no-brainer.
Literally, that's where we're at. There's a no-brainer on the ballot. 51-49, my prediction, still holding to that. I mean, I had it at 52, and now I'm saying 51 for Republicans. So I still actually think that they'll take the Senate. But Pennsylvania is going to be Fetterman. I'm sorry.
It can't be. It can't be.
Pennsylvania is the dirtiest state.
It's 51-49 with Fetterman winning?
Yes.
Wow. Do you have
now, I'm bad
Herschel Walker winning?
Yeah. I'm bad at predicting, though, so don't listen to me.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah. But do you have any faith that any election in the state of Pennsylvania is going to... Okay, thank you. So if he's already leading by 4 in a state that is renowned for being terrible for Republicans and the sanctity of the vote there...
I just can't. I can't imagine. Especially after the debate, I cannot imagine Pennsylvanians thinking, yep, that's our guy. He's the one. He's going to be horrific in the debate. He's not going to be able to be cogent in the debate. Pennsylvanians are going to see that and hopefully rethink who they're going to vote for. It's just a real shame that there's not going to be a debate before, what is it now, the 26th or something?
25th. And remember the last day
October 25th.
Yeah, last day to request your mail-in ballot, I think, is the day before the 24th. So if you watch the debate and go, man, I got to get off my butt and vote against this guy that's
too late.
Literally an invalid.
If you're not registered, it's
right.
too late at that point. Yep. All right, let's go to John in Nebraska. Hey, John, you're on the Blaze. Hey.
I was wondering about Putin giving Snowden his citizenship.
Mm-hmm.
He possibly needs recruits.
For the war in Ukraine?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So you're thinking he's going to send him to the front line?
Yeah, if you need the help, you use where you can get it.
Yeah. All right, thanks, John.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
He could draft him and say,
"Good,
do computer stuff, hack into the U.S. and
sure, yeah."
Because now you're oh boy.
I doubt that he'll send him to the front lines.
No.
He's too good as
Too
a
valuable.
propaganda device. Kathy in North Carolina. Hi, you're on the Blaze.
Hey, Kat, how are you doing?
Good.
Sorry about that. So, listen, I think that there's a possibility that what Trump is doing is he's not going to run. He's got all the press going after him.
Mm-hmm.
January sense nonsense. Who would want to run anyway? But, and then once the midterms happen, he's going to then say, I'm too old. And nobody should run for president at my age. Of course, that makes the opposition look stupid, what they already do. And then you just say, oh, and have you met my friend Ron DeSantis? He's the Martha Vineyard guy. And then everybody turns. The press is left flat-footed because they've been spending all this energy on Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's giving him too much credit. Maybe he won't walk away. But I think Trump being Trump, if he was going to run, he would have already said so. He would have done it as soon as they raided Mar-a-Lago and said, fine.
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker.
So you just think he's running interference for Ron DeSantis?
Yeah, and he's doing it the way he does best. The media is pretty much, he gets them to do what he wants, no matter what. And right now, it's all Trump all day. You would think that this 2022 was the presidential election.
Well, appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Kathy. It's interesting. Although I can't imagine Trump doing that.
I can't imagine a world where Donald Trump says,
"No,
look, I'm not
too
up to the
old.
task.
I can't do it." Ron DeSantis can, though. I don't think so. I can't quite go there.
If you'll recall, right after the raid on his home, he did release that campaign-type video that looked like
he's starting a run for president.
It's almost like they were sitting on that, and they thought, you know what?
Let's do it now.
Release that.
And here's the thing about announcing right now. There's campaign finance problems if you announce too early. It's just a hassle. And so that's why everybody waits until after the first of the year. It's better for them campaign finance-wise. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. He did say he was going to make some announcement in the fall, right? And now we're in the fall, so who knows?
Did he really?
Yeah.
I missed
back a while ago. But maybe that was just people speculating. Can't remember if he himself said it or if it was somebody in the camp. I don't know. Ron in Indiana, you're on the Blaze. Hi.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Doing good.
Miserable. God bless you.
Keith is miserable, but I'm fine. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, listen, once again, it's term limits, a flat tax, and a loser pay clause. Those three things are going to ruin the swamp wouldn't exist no more. We wouldn't have no more IRS. All things they're meant for a reason. Now, England did right off the bat. They went right to a loser pay clause, and look at the courts. They run real smooth. Whenever any country in this world, at any time in the history of the United States, what happens? They go with a flat or consumption tax, include Russia. And then term limits is the easiest thing to think of there. If they're not there long enough, like the guy said, you can't get, absolutely corrupted without absolute. Well, if you only got 2 terms, how they got, it's the only way. If the sheriff of your county and the president of the United States both has term limits, then why shouldn't everybody across the board have the same deal?
Right.
God bless you.
Yeah, you too. Thanks, Ron. The flat tax thing it makes me nervous because, I don't believe they'd eliminate the IRS. And then what you'd have is a flat tax and an income tax. That's what I think would happen. That's just because, first of all, if you can eliminate the IRS, that's got to start there. Eliminate the IRS, then say, okay, now we've got this consumption tax. The other problem that I've had was a few years ago, the flat tax people admitted that they made a mistake. Do you remember this?
Are you talking about the fair tax? Or
the fair tax,
okay.
yeah. Oh, that's right. I'm
because
thinking
fair
tax is the consumption. Right. He's talking about a flat tax, which would be different. You don't eliminate the IRS with a flat tax. The IRS would be in charge of collecting the flat tax.
Yeah, and a flat tax, let's say it even starts at 1%. Let's go look at American history. It eventually gets up in some circles to 97%. Yeah.
99%. We're going to take it all.
Yeah.
If you could put an absolute ceiling on it, let's say it's 15%. Everybody pays 15%.
You'd have to do it constitutionally.
Yeah, you would.
Because otherwise, look, I know we said 1%, but times have changed. We need 8%. Oh, look, we need 15%.
I'm very much in favor of a flat tax, though. If it's like 12 or 15%. Let's say 12%. 12%, everybody pays 12%. Well, then the billionaires can't pay 12%. That's the same percentage as mailmen.
No.
Right. But see, 12% of a billion is more than 12% of 100,000.
No, the ghost of Herman Cain says 9%.
Yeah, 9.
Okay.
I know. That's
999.
That's why he didn't win, because it wasn't possible.
That's not why he didn't win. He didn't win because he was paying some chick on the side.
Well, there's that.
So, hold on. No. I like the argument that, look, if 10% is good enough for God, then it should be good enough for government. We're not going above 10.
Yeah, they would, though. They would.
Yeah. And, the fair tax, man. I like that because you got illegals paying now. Instead of getting paid cash under the table, now they're paying at Walmart just like you are.
So you only pay tax, in the fair tax, you only pay tax on the new products that you buy.
Yeah.
For instance, if you're buying a new house, you would pay the tax. If you're buying an existing house, supposedly the tax doesn't apply, right?
Yeah.
If you're buying a new car, the tax applies. If you're buying an old car, it doesn't.
And it makes private transactions a lot less under government supervision.
But what happened there, if I remember correctly, they were talking about an initial tax of about 18%. Then it went to 22.
Oh.
Then it went to 23.
Yeah.
Then they said, well, we miscalculated. It would probably have to be more like 32%.
Yeah, we need to get John Linder on the phone. He was the congressman that was really pushing this in Congress back in the day.
Yeah.
But
so it really depends on the rate, and it depends on whether or not you can, in fact, eliminate the IRS.
I think the bottom line is that whether you're pro flat tax or pro fair tax, either option is better than the current progressive tax.
My gosh.
That disincentivizes earning money. Because the more money you make under our system, the more you pay. To the point where once you get to a certain income level, why are you even trying? Because I'm not paying, once I get to that top bracket, I'm not paying the top rate to the government. Screw them. What have they done? They're not working for this money. So the progressive tax is a Marxist idea that is if you want to see Marxism in our government, and boy, it's getting competition now, but our tax code is the deepest embedded.
Let me tell you about Keeps. First thing you notice when you look at a mirror or you look at a photo of yourself, if it's your receding hairline or your bald spot, Keeps can help you change that. You know that 2 out of 3 guys experience hair loss before they're 35 even? You really want to gamble with your hair? You can flip the odds in your favor. Save your hair with Keeps. Hair loss is tough, and you see it, you become, sensitive about it, and it sucks. You don't have to shave it. You don't have to buzz cut. Save your hair instead with Keeps. Keeps has clinically proven, FDA-approved hair loss treatments available online. You just go online. They'll take care of everything for you. Really great to work with. Keith has worked with them. Loved his experience with Keeps.
Oh, yeah. They take care of you.
It's easy. There's no waiting rooms. There's no pharmacy visits. Keeps is delivered straight to your door at about half the cost of a traditional pharmacy, and they'll tailor the plan to fit your needs.
That's true. Reach out anytime, too. We got a doctor on the other end.
If you have any questions, you can message your Keeps provider 24/7. So if you're ready to take action, join the thousands of guys who have saved their hair with Keeps. Go to keeps.com/Pat. Get 50% off your first order. That's KEEPS. Keeps.com/Pat. Keeps.com/Pat.
Pat Gray. Pat Gray Unleashed.
888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Texican1836 tweets, they're trying to keep us from any self-pride. If you're confident in yourself and in your country, you don't need the government. You're easier to control and manipulate if you're unsure and self-loathing. That's exactly what Democrats are. Unsure and self-loathing. ARHZ tweets, Pennsylvania is so messed up because of the unions. They all vote their union vote. They're afraid of losing the control the unions have over the company. They could care less. I think you meant couldn't care less. That the Democrats are communists as long as they've got their unions. From Bunter Hayden, crack connoisseur, weren't the Nazis National Socialists, kind of like the Democrat Party? Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I forgot who it was. Someone on Twitter was saying how like the Oz Fetterman race is similar to choosing between like a peanut butter and tuna sandwich and a crap sandwich. Like,
make sure you take advantage of this amazing opportunity. To the only thing you have. Stand to lose is your record.
Your
Get
record.
it in.
Get it
Thank
in.
you so much.
Get it in. You're welcome.
That's the crap sandwich.
Powerful.
In case there was any question.
Right. Yeah.
So you might want to go with the peanut butter
tuna and peanut butter sandwich is the alternative. I'm going there.
Yeah, I mean, you and I both can't stand the tuna.
But I'm going there anyway.
I'm not eating the crap sandwich.
Nope. All right. Last night, that asteroid that NASA sent out 6.8 million miles away, it actually, they hit their mark.
Okay.
They smashed into the asteroid. So we don't know the results really yet.
What do you mean?
Apparently, we're going to know in 2 months.
We're going to wait 2 months?
Yeah.
When are we using the Pony Express to deliver the message back if it works?
Yes. It's the Space Pony Express.
Wow.
Which we have to use because we haven't developed any space technology in about 50 years.
And just to refresh here, we're just seeing if we can keep or knock an asteroid off of its trajectory, right?
Yeah.
So for future use.
They weren't trying to blow it up, so there wasn't like a nuclear missile in this thing. It just smashed into the asteroid at 14,000 miles an hour. So they're hoping it just nudges it off its trajectory right now.
And so now we've got to see. It's got to take a while to see if
it diverges from the other asteroid where it's orbiting. I guess.
If there was an asteroid, then this would be a total Earth move. An asteroid is headed toward us, right? And we send a nuke up there to blow it up, and we shatter it into pieces.
And then it all rains down on the
nuclear fallout, and then also now we've got multiple pieces that we're trying to dodge all around the planet.
That's why they're not trying to blow it up,
right?
Because that's what could happen.
But we are such a stupid people in this world. I could see us going.
Me too.
Hey, let's blow it up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right. And then see just a shower of meteors hit us. That'd be better, right? That'd be great. Don't worry about it. So they're watching this with the Hubble telescope.
Cool, yeah.
With that other telescope they just put up there.
Doesn't have a catchy name.
Which I can't remember the name of.
James Webb.
Yeah, Webb.
The
Webb telescope.
All right.
Right. And some other thing that's watching it as well that they just launched into space. And so it's going to take some time, but I guess we're going to have pictures of it. I guess we're going to have pictures of the thing slamming it because they sent another craft to follow the spacecraft so they could...
Like a GoPro?
Yeah, kind of like a space GoPro. And hopefully we're going to see some pictures of that eventually when it hit the asteroid.
Oh, cool.
But, that's pretty amazing.
It is.
That we launched something from here 10 months ago.
And moving on.
And last night it slammed into its intended target.
See, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that stuff.
Can you imagine how hard that is? That's really hard.
That's what she said. It's hammer time. There it is. All right.
It's hammer time. All right. Did you see that Spain's Minister of Equality? Man, there's an Orwellian title, isn't it?
Kidding.
Spain's Minister of Equality wants Children X to have sex with adults. So, I mean, this continues worldwide. There's some trend here, some spooky, evil trend to destroy children. Children X, where did that come from? That's like the Latinx thing? Or do you pronounce it children's? Weird.
Leave the kids alone.
Really weird. Leave them alone. Don't change what you call them. It's children. It's not Children X. But we were all demonized 10 years ago for warning about this, that this was coming.
Yep.
And here they are, sexualizing kids at every turn. Every chance they get, that's what they're doing. We have to show you what she said. It's all in Spanish.
Oh, gibberish.
But there's English subtitles. So maybe we'll play it for you here because it's outrageous. It's very, very chilling. 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up.
Pat Gray returns.
The Pfizer CEO, Albert Bourla, has tested positive again for COVID-19. Now, the guy's had 4 vaccine shots. He had the first 2. That's the full vaccination. And he had the booster shot. And he had the other booster shot. So, yeah, he's had them all. So, that vaccine is working well.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. It's working well. He just got COVID-19 in August, and he just got it again. So, there you go. Man, that doesn't seem 95% effective. It's safe, and it's effective. I don't want to hear anything else, okay? I don't want to hear it.
You don't want to hear anything else?
I don't want to hear anything else.
Do you think he's going to be breastfeeding anytime soon? Because they just found trace amounts of mRNA vaccine in the...
in breast milk?
Breast milk.
That's right.
That's good.
Yeah, that is good.
Do you want to see what the CNN doctor is saying about the vaccine at this point?
Sure.
Because this is quite interesting, this new angle for CNN on the vaccine.
Is he talking about how safe and effective it is?
Of course he is.
95% effective. So,
I think what the advisory committee is going to be voting on later this afternoon is are we going to allow distribution of the Moderna vaccine for everybody over 18, of the Pfizer vaccine for everybody over 12? And what I fear is that they're going to say everybody should get it when in fact a healthy young person really is unlikely to benefit from a booster dose. And so I hope they target it more specifically to those really who are most likely to benefit from this additional dose.
So if they don't, because right now as it stands, if you are 50 and over, or if you have, a pre-existing condition, yes, you could be eligible. But otherwise, as you point out, younger people are not. If it is, in fact, authorized, Pfizer would be authorized for 12 and up, as you point out, Moderna 18 and up. Why not get it, right? If it does give you, even if it's a smaller benefit, is there any reason not to get the booster?
I think that when you're asking people to get a vaccine, I think there has to be clear evidence of benefit. And we're not going to have clinical studies, obviously, before this launches, but you'd like to have at least human data. People, getting this vaccine, you see a clear and dramatic increase.
Pause it for a second. You'd like to have human data, but right now all we have are 8 mice. We have data from 8 mice. Isn't that enough? That's not enough? Come on. If 8 mice lived and didn't have, massively bad side effects, then that surely means it's safe for humans. Am I right?
That should be a hashtag. Hashtag 8 mice. So after every vaccine tweet, you put that.
All right, let's see the rest. Probably not much left here.
And at least you have a correlate of protection against BA4, BA5. Because if you don't have that, if there's not clear evidence of benefit, then it's not fair, I think, to ask people to take a risk, no matter how small. The benefit should be clear.
Wow. How about that?
How about that?
Wow.
Quote.
Well, why not just get it? Why not just get this vaccine that nobody knows what's in it? And nobody really knows the long-term side effects, if there are any. Just get it.
The doctor that CNN goes to on this, quote, if there's not clear evidence of benefit, it's not fair to ask people to take a risk no matter how small, end quote. That's all we've been saying forever.
Right.
That has been our argument. Why take the risk? There's definitely no noticeable benefit. The data supports that claim.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, have fun with this episode, YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. By the way, did you see Kyrie Irving? Right? He said it cost him millions, over $100 million, to not take the vax.
100 million?
Oh, he said hundreds of millions or over 100 million. I don't know. The thing just popped up there on the screen there.
I know he missed millions, but I thought that was like, I mean, he was paid. He gets what, 36 million a year. So I thought he lost 18 million.
Well, he said
he's saying hundreds.
Yeah,
of
he
millions?
said he gave up. He gave up 4 years, 100-something million to be unvaccinated. God bless him.
My God.
So I guess they were going to re-sign him or whatever.
Wow, that's
principle.
Amazing.
I love it.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. That's impressive. A lot of people be tempted just to, all right, it's for millions.
Or
I'll
fake
take
it.
the chance.
Hey, look, I have this card that says I've had the shot.
Wow.
Kyrie Irving.
Did you see also Trudeau?
What now?
Justin Trudeau in Canada just dropped the vaccine requirement to enter Canada.
Oh, yes. We talked about this last week about how the congratulations to the Toronto Blue Jays making the playoffs, which is what forced the hand of Canada.
Yep. Because there might be some Americans that need to go to Canada who have not been vaccinated to play, the Toronto Blue Jays in the playoffs.
Yeah, Stu broke this down.
That's amazing.
Last week when he said he was very upset that this requirement was dropped because now, whereas the best player or some, there were good players that weren't coming to Canada for games to play the Blue Jays. Now the playoffs are here. Now the best play, everybody can come. So he's a little upset that they did it in October.
Kind of pisses me off because 1 week before that, I was in Washington State and we were going to go to Victoria, Canada.
Oh.
And couldn't because I'm not vaccinated. So 1 week after that, okay, no more requirement that you be vaccinated to enter Canada.
You should have petitioned for the baseball playoffs to start a week early.
Right. Yeah.
Dude, I mean, that just shows you. This is not about your health.
Not at all.
It's
not at all. And it shows you they don't really care about protecting Canadians. If that was their concern, they wouldn't drop it for the Blue Jays playoffs. That's so asinine.
Oh, you know what? I do have a list here somewhere in my KJP stack of stuff about the there's only about 7 nations left in the world that are requiring a vaccine to enter.
Oh, really?
There's China, there's North Korea, there's the Philippines, Indonesia. How many have I named? But you know what else is on that list? The United States of America. It's asinine.
You have to be vaccinated to enter the U.S.?
Yeah. Yeah, that's still a thing.
Have we told the illegals at the border that they all must be vaccinated?
Whoa, sir.
Huh, because they're not being...
hate.
I mean, we have no idea whether they've been vaccinated or not. So that's interesting.
It feels like hate emanating from that side of the room, and I don't appreciate
Does it?
Yeah.
Does it?
Oh, here it is. Hold on. Here we go. What did I just say?
You said...
Philippines, Libya, Indonesia, Pakistan, North Korea, China, and the United States of America.
What a weird list. Show that list if you would, again, Rob.
Oh, he's got that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
he has it. Yep, United States, China, okay, commies. North Korea, commies. Pakistan, authoritarians.
Yeah, there you go.
Indonesia, authoritarians. Libya, authoritarians. Philippines, same thing. And then the United States of America.
Same thing, authoritarian, like you said.
One of these countries just doesn't belong.
One
of these countries is not like the other. Or are they?
Yeah.
Or are they?
Definitely.
Like the other. Wow.
But hold on a second. Who was that? Didn't we have a president once that they said who didn't want certain people traveling here because they posed a dangerous threat to America? And that guy was a hateful bigot and stuff. Does that apply anymore? Or have we?
No. Now, don't hold them to that now.
It's old think.
Yeah.
Old think.
Let me tell you about First Liberty and the Supreme Court coup. Right now, court packing is a real danger to our country. Make no mistake, court packing is just simply a coup. And the usual suspects, Biden, Pelosi, Schumer, they're working overtime on these radical plans to pack the Supreme Court. If we don't stop them from installing 4 more justices so they can rig the system in their favor, it'll be catastrophic for the court, for the country, for our way of life. We can't let that happen. That's why we need you to join us on this petition. We're gathering a coalition of 1 million patriots to say no to court packing, no to the liberal agenda, and no to the Supreme Court coup. So please, sign your name now. Go to Supreme Coup, that's C-O-U-P, supremecoup.com to sign First Liberty's letter. That's supremecoup.com.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right, but we're all just sheep anyway. So
what do you mean?
We're all just sheep. We'll just follow the leader. We'll just jump into this, what do they call it? Mass formation psychosis.
Okay.
Check this out, in fact, just to show you how we're all sheep.
Oh, no.
And so many of us just go along. I need a vaccination. I need booster shots. Here's a CrossFit class.
Okay.
Jogging past a restaurant.
Oh, no.
And the diners think they're running from something.
Oh, yes.
So because of mass formation psychosis, they just get up and run too.
All right.
Watch this.
Mm-hmm.
There they go, jogging past.
Exercise.
Oh my gosh, people are running. Should we run too?
What?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Let's run.
Every last person.
It is weird.
Well, except for the guy just fell down near the car because he's drunk off his ass. Like he did manage to hold on to his beer though, and then he gets up and he's like,
"Okay,
I ain't running for jack crap," and he sits back down.
And everybody else leaves.
That is unbelievable.
Interesting. It's really interesting.
They don't even see the threat with their own eyes. They just see people running. It must be bad. I'm going that way.
Weird.
And that sums up the last 2 years perfectly.
Mass formation psychosis. Mm-hmm. There's a science journalist named Lori
Garrett or something.
Garrett, who mocked masks before COVID-19, but now, she loves them.
Yeah. So
she loves them and tweeted this out. She said, "I cringe my way through Biden administration COVID-19 briefings now. This optimism that we can vaccinate our way out of the pandemic flies in the face of facts.
Well, that's true, but she doesn't realize it.
I will get the new booster, but won't stop wearing my mask in crowds, trains, and parties."
Yeah, you're getting invited to parties, Lori.
What is it that she
says she's nervous about a fall surge.
What is it she said before the pandemic began?
Oh, about masks?
Did she feel exactly the same about masks?
Sure, right? She's pretty.
But you're saying
devoted.
that especially outdoors and maybe even indoors, you don't wear a mask when you go into these places. This is really interesting to me. Tell me about this.
I mean, I'm more likely to wear a dust mask when I'm in air pollution in China than I am to wear a face mask to protect myself from disease. First of all, there are very few that work.
Yeah, we know.
And I was part of a large study commissioned by the Sloan Foundation a few years ago where we were thinking about influenza pandemics.
Okay.
And we kind of went through the list of every kind of mask out there. And it's pretty clear, as soon as even the most sophisticated N95 or surgical masks get moist, you see a rapid reduction in the efficiency of blocking virus with the mask. The various fibers and filaments that are meshed together in the mask very quickly with moisture begin to separate and create larger gaps
now you don't mind
for
that.
Viruses to come in. You think about it, it makes perfect sense. Well, what happens when you wear a mask for 4 hours?
4 hours, okay.
You're basically recycling what it smells like and what's inside your mouth.
Gross.
Over and over again onto the inner surface of the mask.
Thank you.
And not only does it stink and get pretty disgusting after a while, but you're also exhaling moisture. So the whole mass begins to deteriorate fairly quickly.
And yet, I'm sorry, what was it she said now?
It's basically a window of about 4 hours.
About 4 hours.
In most conditions.
Okay.
it's effective,
Uh-huh.
and then it begins
Okay.
seriously to deteriorate
Yeah, we
in
got it.
efficacy from
Interesting.
there.
Yeah.
I would say the most, outside of the surgical theater
Okay.
and
Okay.
the direct medical setting,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
but in average everyday use,
Right.
probably the greatest
Probably.
thing a mask does is remind the person looking at you to be nervous.
There you go. Oh my gosh.
So what did she say again last week?
I will get the new booster, but won't stop wearing my mask in crowds, trains, and parties.
So
let's hope none of those things last longer than 4 hours.
Yeah, so that lady that tweeted that needs to talk to that lady who we just heard from that clip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same person.
You know, I wasn't part of the Sloan Foundation study a few years ago, and yet I'm still aware that masks don't work. They've done further studies since then, by the way, and they came to the conclusion that she just mentioned. By the way, not only do masks not work to prevent disease, they may make things worse because of everything she just outlined. Because you collect all the garbage on the mask that's holding it there for you to breathe in all day.
Really? Because I thought that when you exhale, it was just like roses.
Oh, really?
And mint.
Yeah, no.
And candy.
No.
That's not it?
No, that's not it. What is the deal here? It's just control.
I don't understand.
It's about control.
I just do not understand individuals like that. That's somebody who you need to look at their bank account.
Yeah.
All right, where are the checks coming from for this gal?
Yeah, because, I mean, shouldn't you be embarrassed that you're
180
saying the
degrees.
complete opposite of what you said 2 years ago?
You know who else turned on a dime 180 degrees? What's that guy's name?
Did it start with Anthony and end in Fauci?
Thank you.
Yeah.
That guy. That's the other guy who just
That's another guy.
especially with masks.
Right.
And so many things. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun, right?
Fun.
That's
exactly what it is.
That's the word.
Fun.
Did you want to you had teased the diversity chick from Spain.
Had I?
Yeah. So I just want to make sure that if you wanted to revisit that, we don't have to. I just want you to get caught up in all this fun stuff here. What did she say?
She said the rights of children. She was trying to protect the rights of children to have sex.
Oh my.
Yeah, according to Irene Montero, this is such an Orwellian name. She is the Minister of Equality in Spain. And she's the mother of the children of communist Pablo Iglesias, by the way. Kids have the right to have sex with whomever they want. Parents should not be allowed to stop them. Because, equality for Children X. That's why. Equality.
Children X.
I mean, it is unbelievable to have to defend the fact that children don't have sex. They shouldn't be having sex. They should not be allowed to do this. I mean, they don't even think in those terms when you're a child. But they're trying desperately to sexualize them at a very early age. And thanks to inclusiveness, I mean, kids can't even decide what to have for lunch at school because you gotta make sure that they've got, I don't know, more vegetables than they have carbohydrates. And yet they can consent to an adult to have sex with them. They can give consent at 5 years old. I mean, this is just absurd. I don't even know how these people, where they come from, how they exist, how they get publicized like this, how they become ministers in a major government administration.
Yeah, the sexualization of children
it has to stop.
Yeah.
We have to oppose it.
Yeah, and you know that gays against groomers
they're trying to stop it.
They're very adamant about.
They've been great.
Well, you can definitely tell that they are a target of the Democrat machine when Media Matters tweeted out they're calling them anti-LGBTQ. Remember, it's gays against groomers, but they're anti-LGBTQ. Boy, you gotta stop. Anyway, they're calling them anti-LGBTQ extremists. Oh my gosh. Banned by PayPal. Now listen to this. They're chasing them down every hour.
And Venmo, by the way.
And Venmo. They're turning to DonorBox to finance their harassment campaigns. They are literally chasing homosexual groups down every alley they can and saying, you should not exist. We're not going to let other groups support you and allow you to raise money. This is, you want to talk about homophobic.
Because they're trying to protect children.
Yep.
They're trying to protect children.
And that's not allowed in this 2022 nonsensical world.
My gosh. It's unbelievable.
Literally, so that's Media Matters, the propaganda arm of the Democrat Party. If that were a Republican group connected to the Republican Party that were literally in cyberspace chasing down gay groups and trying to cease their existence, you don't think that would be a top page story?
No, I think it would be. Yeah, I think it would be.
Above the fold, Republicans harassing gay group online, urging companies to not do business with the gay group.
It's unbelievable.
Where are we?
I don't know. Is there anything that can make us feel better? For at least a moment?
Yeah, have an animal video.
Got an animal? Or I was going to suggest you just get a cookie from...
oh, yes! That's better.
From Kexi.com. Maybe just get a cookie and eat it and realize it's the best, it's the finest cookie ever made on the face of this planet. KEKSI.com, Kexi.com.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, get yourself some cookies. Try it. Yesterday we had, I mentioned this, and we had a bunch of people that tried, and apparently the website was screwed up, but we got that fixed. So if you tried and it didn't work,
that's because
give it a shot again today.
Jeffy had just placed an order.
That's exactly
it
right.
blew up the entire
So try today. Go to Kexi.com.
Yeah.
Give it a shot.
So you definitely don't want the dog video? Is that what you're saying?
No, I think we can do the dog video too, because maybe that'll add some.
It actually will. This dog is... Some animals are so smart. This one is an actor. Look at this guy. Look at his little puppy paw. He can't. Oh my gosh, I hate to see anybody in pain. Look at that little guy. He's like, hey, I'm
What's
limping.
He trying to get?
Can I have some food? Can you just, because I'm hurting? Yeah, thanks, sucker. I'm out of here. He's totally fine now. Look at that. He's like, get a better grip on the bread.
Yep.
Now I'm going to eat it. How do you like that, huh?
You know somebody set that up.
What do you mean somebody set that up?
The dog's been trained to do that.
The dog, there's no one else there. Wait a minute, hold on.
Who gave him the bread?
Why am I training a dog to go get bread and eat it? That's no benefit to me.
So that we'd play it and talk about it.
He's like there's a guy on the other side of the planet who's going to see this. He's going to play my dog video.
Right, exactly.
I thought that was pretty interesting.
Exactly right.
Little dog limping until he gets some food, and then he takes off. That's smart, man. You hobos need to learn a thing or two.
Yeah, exactly right.
How to get bread from us unsuspecting people.
Coming up today on Overtime, which is posted at about, 11 Central?
Yes, sir.
I believe, every single day. We're going to get into some of the climate stuff that is just outrageous and irritating.
Yeah.
And I'm getting really, really tired of it. And one of the really dangerous movements right now is to get rid of all gas cars. All gasoline cars must go. And they all must go in a time span that is impossible to meet. There's no way that by 2035 we can rid ourselves of all gas-powered vehicles. There's just no way that's going to happen. And there's no way the infrastructure is going to be there to support all of these electric vehicles coming flooding into the market.
Yeah. And there are some interesting developments in European countries on that front because they realize, this ain't working so well, this green crap.
That and much more Coming up on Overtime.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.